So I was talking about the opening lines of the Serenity Prayer that I discovered when I got into the rooms of AA, and what a blessing that's been in my life. There is more to the prayer. So let me read the entire prayer here, the later version. God, give us grace to accept with serenity the things that cannot be changed, courage to change the things which should be changed, and the wisdom to distinguish the one from the other. And as I said, for me, that requires some help from my dear friends and fellow pilgrims. Then it goes on to say, living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time. Take a deep breath, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace, taking as Jesus did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will, so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next. Amen. Wow. Wow. But I focused this last week on those two lines kind of in the middle, living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time. That is being present in our own lives. And as Bernard Brown says, it is a place of courage. To show up and be seen in our own lives takes courage. So often we get caught living in the past, trying to fix the regrets, undo things done, the woulda, coulda, shouldas. Or we're so filled with fear and anxiety over the future, we're fussing about Tuesday. And as one wise sage said, God never gives us Tuesday's courage on Sunday. That God will provide what we need for this day. And Jesus challenges us to be present today. Don't miss your own life. And in those moments that force me to be present are usually the moments where I just give up. I'm so sick with worry. I'm so filled with regret that I just give up. And in the moment, God shows up. And in that moment, I'm filled with the presence of God that changes everything. Our busyness is killing us. So wise wisdom from ages past, that busyness is not of the devil. Busyness is the devil. And one of the things I talk about is the importance of creating white space in our lives. And white space is, I'm holding a piece of paper and you see all the black print. But in order to read the black print, you have to have the white space. And without that white space, it doesn't work. And the way we're living our lives is we're living edge to edge, and there's no white space. And God and life shows up in the white space. But that takes courage. And so that's my prayer today, that I might be present and not miss my own life. Last Saturday night, I had the opportunity as a pastor, I enter into some very, very sacred space with people. And one of the spaces I enter in with people is when someone passes from this life to the life to come. And I'd received a call that someone was nearing the end of their journey. And I came through the door, and literally came through the door as they breathed their last breath. That's a sacred, holy space. And it's hard. And I know that a lot of us in my congregation go, that's what we pay you for. We don't want to be doing any of that stuff. But there's something about waking up. I mean, really waking up to the reality that I can only live my life one day at a time. I can only be present in this moment. And if I don't live my life that way, I could very well end up at the end of my life never really having lived my life. And that these moments are the slap across the face to wake me up. Richard Rohr, in his newest book, Just This, says that the most important job of our religions, of Christianity, of whatever our practice is to wake us up, to cause us to be present. And so I thank God for the challenge and the opportunity to live a life I've been given. And I pray every morning, Lord, bring me to my life. Cause me to be present each moment. Coupling with the phrase that goes on, don't let the things that I can't control get in the way of that. The things that happen that would annoy me, tick me off, let me breathe into those. And may, at the end of the day, maybe I've lived a portion of my life and I've connected with myself, I've connected with the people around me, and maybe I've done something to make this world a little better place. That's a day well spent. God bless.